Are we good? We're good. Okay.
Okay, so recording?
Recording.
Okay. This is the Endtimes support group because it's 2 minutes to midnight on the doomsday clock. 12 years. The human civilization is going to begin to die out. And so this is an emotional support group for all the people who are bothered by this.
Yes.
Which seems to be a very small minority from what I can tell.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I feel like there should be more.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe don't just promote it on Craigslist, dude. I don't know.
The Cuban Missile Crisis. Weren't they just fucking in the streets?
That's just Cubans, though, in general.
I don't know. I was watching Mad Men, and there's an episode. I'm pointing. That's where my room is. There's an episode where they're watching the Cuban Missile Crisis. Everyone was watching it on TV, and then Betty Draper goes out to a bar and just bangs the dude in the bathroom or in the coat room.
Really?
Yeah, I figured that was happening all the time.
Even back then?
There must have been like a million pregnancies from the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Illegitimate kids, like...
Yeah, popping up. Crisis. Cold War crisis kids just popping out of the vaginas left and right.
No one talks about it. So is this going to start a new crisis with the apocalypse?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's not a crisis.
Mm.
I mean, it is a crisis, but no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to think like it's no big deal.
No. Only us and Alex Jones. That's it. No one else mentions it.
No, I don't think Alex Jones thinks it's happening.
No? False flag? False flag apocalypse?
Yeah, he doesn't believe in climate change. He thinks it's a false flag. He thinks it's a conspiracy.
Mm. Does he have a point or not? We're dying.
He kind of has a point because I think he believes cannibalism is real.
Mm.
That might happen.
Could happen, yeah.
We could start eating each other. All the poor people are going to start eating each other to survive.
Mm.
You know what? So if we can get a bigger lens, I'm going to have guests. But here's a question I want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
There's one particular guest.
Okay.
Who nobody would want me to have on their show, but I'm dying to have on the show if we have a show.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to have a show. So but the problem is that old lady up front?
Yeah.
She may just kick him in the chest.
Oh. I think I know who you're talking about.
Dude, somebody was trolling us for the underwear show. Right, last night on Facebook, because this is why you gotta get on Facebook, man.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, there's so much drama. And so Anthony posted it, right? So then somebody posted a thing that said, no, he's like, none of these comedians are at all funny. I would pay not to watch them.
Jeez.
I was like, great.
That's a good deal.
That's a great deal. Dude, but, so, and it was so bad that I was like, is this Rad Zone?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went on his page, right?
Yeah.
And the guy had I sold it from mutual friends because I had no idea how he found the thing or anything. And then, and I went back and I checked your page to see if we have mutual friends. You have no friends.
Oh, me?
No, him.
Oh, him, okay.
And it was an insult, even though you were more friends than I do. And then he literally had no friends on his list.
Really?
And then I went on YouTube and I couldn't find his comedy, and then Anthony found something and then posted it on. And then and his bit was, I think it was here in Vegas, he was performing in front of what looked like 2 people, and he fucking dressed like Dr. Phil.
Really?
Yes, and then he was talking about how black people and white people, it looks like they're getting a divorce. And he's going to say, black people, you got to do this, and white people, you got to do that.
Really?
And I was like, that was so awful.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those so awful that you had to watch it. And I just love the idea that he thinks that black people and white people were happily married until now.
He discovered the riffs.
I thought, like, it'd be really great if you were Dr. Phil and then you just did black people do this and white people do that jokes. Like a filthy Dr. Phil.
Yeah, like really bad comedy is as good as great comedy.
I know. I watch both. I hate fucking media. I hate the stuff in between.
Yeah, which is most of it. It sucks, but...
Yeah. I saw Dane Cook on something and he goes, there's no such thing as mediocre.
What?
I'm the person to say that, man. There's such a thing as mediocre. That's the thing in between something great and something awful.
Yeah.
There's The Room, and then there's Taxi Driver, and then in the middle there's Coyote Ugly.
Oh, that might be closer to The Room than.
No, that's The Awful.
Oh, okay.
Don't you like
That's
The
not-
Room?
I haven't seen it.
The Room?
I only saw
No,
The Disaster
Tommy
Artist.
Wiseau.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You never seen The Room?
No.
Don't watch it in the theater. Watch it at home. That's a fucking myth about the theater.
Really?
Because they step on all the great lines.
Oh.
All the best parts, they like applaud so loud that you can't fucking experience it. It's he's like Marlon Brando
Really?
of awful.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Oh, shit.
magnetic.
Really?
Like you can't stop
Late
watching him.
stages, Marlon Brando.
Or like if you ever seen Last Tango in Paris.
No.
See, this is what we talk about if Waldeck was on. But because that dude knows everything about fucking movies, and also how to get spots. But it's like you can't stop watching the guy. But it's just you can't stop watching him because he's so terrible.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, like that's a good form of magnetism.
It is. Yeah.
So
It's not like threatening.
no.
It's just funny.
That was so funny when he like went up at the maybe Golden Globes or Emmys or something, because James Franco won, and then he tried to speak and he like pushed him away.
And then he's like, and then he was demanding like I think he even went to the Oscars and he was demanding that if he won the Oscar that Wiseau wanted to get the speech.
Really?
Yeah.
He might have a point. Like without him, there would be no movie. So
Exactly. The Disaster Artist wasn't even close to as good as The Room.
No.
And most of it was him just in person. I know, but he was doing great impressions of the. Well, you know what? At the end of the credits, don't they do this thing side by side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those fucking scenes are so good, man. You can't. Once you see that movie, you can't stop saying like, "Lisa, you know nothing about life."
Really?
Yeah. I fucked this girl named Lisa, and she basically dogged me. I'm whispering, so I can't even hear. I fucked this girl named Lisa, she dogged me. Because she had a boyfriend she didn't tell me about. And so she fucked me, and then wouldn't stop calling me. And then at one point I was texting her, trying to get her to call me back, and I just went like, "Lisa, you know nothing about life."
Did she get it?
Yes, really? She didn't care.
That should have won her back.
I should have. But she's
not the one if that doesn't get her back.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. It took a year, too.
Really?
Yeah. Who does that?
No.
Who flirts with you for a year? Bangs you one day and then never talks to you.
Women named Lisa.
Apparently. I got an aunt named Lisa. She was awful, too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, great. I'm going to have to block my cousin now on
For what?
Facebook. Because I just said that.
Oh, shit.
I gotta post this on Facebook. Okay, so we're gonna have a bucket list. This is my idea. Every time there's a guest, there's gonna be a bucket list.
Alright.
So like I said before, my bucket list is all the women I did not have sex with that I came close to having sex with, but in some manner I blew it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and fuck all those women, and then I can fucking die a slow, miserable death from drought.
Nice. That's it? That's like your one end of list?
Yes, and you want to go see Motorhead.
Yeah.
Except that guy's dead.
I know. Fuck. I'll see Hologram Motorhead, dude.
Hologram Motorhead. That's inevitable.
Yeah.
How many hologram shows have there been? There's been a 200-foot Tupac.
Yeah. Then there's like that Korean like superstar.
What Korean superstar?
There's like a Korean pop star that's only hologram and it does like sold out arena tours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like, it's not a person, but like, the biggest thing.
Does he eat a dog? Like a hologram dog?
No. Well, I don't know, actually. I'm not that into it. Yeah.
So you didn't think about anything?
No, I'm not. I'm not a doer.
You're not a doer?
No.
Oh, but that's so abstract.
Yeah, I just like...
There's no way I'm gonna be able to fuck all those women. but it's a goal.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta shoot for the moon, and then you make it somewhere in between.
Hit the stars or
yeah,
whatever.
you die in space.
That was a good MySpace quote. I just remember girls used to have that thing like, aim for the moon and if you miss you'll hit a star or something.
Ah!
So,
There's some wise girls on MySpace.
yeah.
Fucking
Not like
MySpace was
Facebook,
awesome.
dude.
Fucking MySpace.
Yeah.
I had a huge blog with a whole bunch of writing.
Really?
And then one day Rupert Murdoch bought MySpace and then I went back and it was gone.
Damn, really?
Yeah, fucking prick.
Yeah, that like made everyone know a little bit of HTML.
What's HTML?
Like the coding language. Just
that's
you could
that
format.
book that people walk around with that says HTML.
I guess so. But yeah, like, cause you could format your page and shit, so like, people would do like code.
You know how to code?
No, I did a little bit, but.
Oh, because I was like, why do you work in a chocolate factory?
No.
Huh.
I didn't like coding. I'm too dumb for it.
My fucking two best friends were hackers when we were in high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, this shit's boring. You guys are good.
Really?
And then they would talk to each other. It was like a foreign fucking language. And then I would talk to my friend's girlfriend instead.
Really?
Right? And then now, and then they became hackers and they both dropped out of high school. And one of them got approached by, I think, the Secret Service at one point. That's how good he was.
Fuck.
And then, and now they're rich.
Yeah.
One owns his own company.
Really?
Yeah. He's got an $8 million payroll. He fucking got kicked out of high school when he was 15. So fucking dropping a virus in the fucking computer system.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm here doing this. I'm unemployed. Desperately trying to find
dream, dude.
Yeah, I'm desperate for a job moving furniture. I can't even find a job moving furniture.
No?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I whistle blew.
Oh, really?
I whistle blew in the last company I worked for.
Oh, shit.
I'm on the line. I got a target on my head. I can't find work.
They're following you?
Pretty much, man. I tried to get a job at a phlebotomy clinic here, and they wanted to hire me, and then they just stopped. And then they just stopped returning my phone calls.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, they were pretty much. I was ready to start Monday, and then boom, they just cut me out. They found out.
Damn.
I was really good.
Really?
Really good at sticking needles in people.
You're good at it?
Fast, yeah.
Really? I like looking when they stick it in me. I think
Yeah?
That's weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that first little burst of blood in the tube.
So
I think it looks like the hallway scene from The Shining or something. I just imagine it's that every time.
I compare it to shooting pool.
Really?
You ever shoot pool?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how you're aiming for the corner pocket?
Yeah.
And then you fucking sink it in? That feeling you get? That's what you feel when you hit a vein.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because except that if you miss, they scream.
Yeah, not cool.
And a huge bruise forms.
Yeah.
And then they fucking threaten to kill you in the parking lot.
Really?
I've been threatened so many times at that job.
Oh, shit. Fuck, I never thought about it, but yeah, that must be terrible.
That's a perfect job to talk about for this place because it's a scene from a dystopian film. You're sucking the plasma out of poor people, so that people who are rich enough to have like platinum health insurance can survive longer when they get AIDS.
Yeah. When they get it, like they're gonna get it just whenever.
They get AIDS or they get caught on fire.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck you need plasma for.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that again.
Yeah, you liked it?
I loved it.
Really?
Dude, they pissed me off. I got so fucking angry that I filed a lawsuit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that thing where they say anybody can sue anybody.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, it's really hard. So nothing on your bucket list.
Let me see. I'll try to finish Ulysses in 12 years.
I got to page 30.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not.
I think I tried to read, as a matter of fact, the only James Joyce I ever read was in school. They forced you to read, God, what was it? It was one of those short stories.
Oh, something from like Dubliners or...
I don't know, some story where he wanted to go to a fucking bazaar or something like that.
Oh, really?
I can't remember what it was. I tried to read The Dead. I think I did read The Dead. My problem is I have ADHD. Whenever I read something, I either enjoy it or I don't, but I never remember it.
Yeah, I forget everything I ever consume. Like.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All I remember is like the experience of either liking it or not liking it, but I don't remember anything.
Yeah, because when you said you might talk about books, I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna be able to keep up because I don't remember anything I've ever read.
Yeah.
Maybe like a little Kurt Vonnegut, Lolita, because I've seen the movie. I think I'm only gonna read books when I've seen the movie. I like White Noise. I remember loving that book.
Really? Yeah.
I don't remember anything about that book.
But isn't that like just a bunch of random kind of scenes and stuff?
No, it's a straight
conspiracy
story.
one, or?
No, I think it was a conspiracy.
It was the Don DeLillo, right?
Yeah, but it takes place in a college town. It's a guy who has a job called, he created his own department called Hitler Studies. And then his best friend ripped him off, and it came up with Elvis studies. And that's what I remember. And then there's some natural ecological disaster which puts some disease into his body where he so that he knows when he'll die, but he'll still die at an old age. But he knows when he'll die.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, my brother told me he had something like that.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't understand it because he worked at a nuclear power plant.
Oh shit.
I don't know what he was talking about. I should probably go back and talk to him about it.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
But I don't want to bring him down.
There it is.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
Yeah. And I read the Lee Harvey Oswald one, Libra.
Okay, yeah.
That was awesome. And then he had one book where I just read the introduction, where he's describing an art exhibit that he saw. This is a real art exhibit.
Is it 24-Hour Psycho?
Yes!
Yeah.
You read that?
One. Yeah.
You read that whole book?
Yeah.
I only read the intro.
Oh, really?
What the fuck was that book about?
I don't even know. It was weird. Because it's like, it would cut between like talking about that art exhibit and then it was like this documentary filmmaker that was like...
In the desert or
in
something
the desert, like so it would just kind of jump back and forth between that and like it didn't really...
Was it one of those characters based off of David Foster Wallace?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Dude, 24-Hour Psycho is on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's it. I would watch it, but... You made it sound amazing, like, in the book.
It is amazing.
I think, like, in person, it would be, like, interesting.
Yeah,
I don't
it was
know.
huge.
Yeah, just a huge, like, wall just projecting this.
I used to take, this is how fucking stupid I am. I used to take when I first got my iPhone, I take pictures off of film stills.
Really?
Rather than finding my own film stills,
Yeah.
I just take pictures off of film stills with the subtitles underneath. And then you could get like, and I got a picture of, somewhere I have a picture of Anthony Perkins, the last shot of Anthony Perkins. They superimpose a skull over his face, so it's like half Anthony Perkins, half skull.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, fucking Psycho's amazing.
Yeah, that just scared me the first time I watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw Psycho too when I got scared.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Just
because I didn't know that.
instant.
I thought that was really his mother.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was like, oh, he's a tranny. He's a murderous transvestite.
Yeah. What's that, that other movie with the murderous transvestite? The Brian DePalma one?
Every movie in the 70s.
I think Dress to Kill.
Dress to Kill is awesome.
Yeah.
You see Dress to Kill?
Yeah, with Michael Caine, yeah.
With Angie Dickinson in slow motion. That's not really Angie Dickinson though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Body double?
No, yeah, it's a body double. It's not the movie Body Double. That's another. That's the one where he has the giant drill and he puts it through the woman's body and it fucking bleeds through on the fucking ceiling.
I think I've seen that.
And it's got the not Bill Maher in it.
Who's not Bill Maher?
Some guy who looks
like
body double who looks like Bill Maher.
Really?
Yeah. If I ever met Bill Maher, I'm just gonna go, I loved you body double. Just to piss him off because I don't like him.
No? He's alright.
And I know he gets that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? Does he talk about it or what?
No, but I just know he does. There's no way he doesn't. If you see the movie, you'll be like, oh, okay. Seriously.
I'm gonna look it up.
You got it. It's a good movie. If you like Dress to Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Lithgow was a transvestite murderer who would get aroused by Angie Dickinson, and so he has to murder anyone who gives him a boner.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea.
See, I would do the opposite.
What?
I would have sex with anyone who gave me a boner.
Really?
And murder all the ones that didn't. But I'm more practical.
Yeah.
I'd be more practical as a serial killer.
You're the like pragmatic serial killer.
Yeah, just wipe out all the ones I'm not interested in.
Did you see that DePalma documentary?
Of like 50
It's
times.
so fucking good. Right?
Dude, he's so fucking funny.
It's insane. It's just him sitting down talking about his entire career. Like, this is the most interesting thing I've ever seen.
The best is when he goes, the best is whenever he gets excited, he always says something like, what does he say? Not golly, but he always goes like, holy schmoly. It's like, I got $1 million for Dress to Kill at the time. It was the highest paid script in movies. And I was like, holy schmackers.
He like doesn't curse. He's like,
I know.
he's just murdering women in all his movies, but he's like, gee whiz.
He's doing stuff. He's fucking sawing a dude's fucking arm off with a chainsaw. And he's like, holy schmikes. Dude, yeah, that movie's great. All his movies are fucking great. Well, there's like some movies that aren't that great, but